Clobberin time.
Side by side. Stone cold Loki's got a grin, blow it up 24/7 winds. In the fusion, in the spin, classic throws them in the bin. Around the table we discuss the fantasy. Tired Mark and friends, classic tales won't bend. Marty with the sea, channeling the spree. Ideas running free. Classic says you wait and see. Clobberin times again, hitting where it blends. Panels break the page. In this world we hold the line. Around the table we discuss the fantasy. Tired Mark and friends, classic tales won't bend. Oh, high, Superman in the sky. Oh, Gotham's dark, Batman's ready to try. Amazon power, Wonder Woman fierce. Swinging in Spider-Man, none can pierce. X-Men strong, united they stand. Fantastic Four, exploring new lands. Ben Grimm's strength, solid as stone. Heroes together, never alone. Heroes rise like the night, battle on with all their might. Saving worlds, making things right. In their hearts they hold the light. Clashing through each villain we face. Justice calls, it's not a race. Capes and masks, bravery shown. In their hands, truths unknown. Heroes rise like the night, battle on with all their might. Saving worlds, making things right. In their hearts they hold the light. Through the shadows, through the fight, they stand tall, defend the night. Unity, strength, love they give. In the spirit forever live.
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Clobberin Times, Comic Book Roundtable. I am your host, Stone Loki. Good evening, everybody. Holy crap, I almost said good morning. Let me welcome our wonderful panel here. We've got the Hulk himself, the angriest man on the internet, Mark the Infinitely Tired. What's going on, brother?
Not much. That's all lies. I'm not that angry. Well, I can be, but you know. Well,
He's angry. He's angry. He's angry.
And I'm ready to steal another one from you this week because I think I know what your number one's going to be. So.
Oh, well, I get to go first. 24/7, 24/7 Fusion Media, blowing shit up left and right on the interwebs. What is going on, bro? How are you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm just glad I was able to get home and be here with y'all. So I'm just thankful for that. And it's good to be here with my brothers on the panel and and the great people out there in the chat. So, like I said, what's up to Valhalla, and I love you guys. Thankful to be here.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. And of course, we have the one and the only Classic Comics, who's been kicking ass and taking names over on YouTube. What is going on, man? How are you doing?
Doing good, man. Staying busy, but glad to be back here again. Hello to the chat and ready to go.
Heck yeah. And speaking of the chat, let's go through the roll call here and see who is here. Joe Dog says, "What's up?" What do you got there? What do you got there, Joe Dog? You got Starfire?
Donna Troy and Starfire.
That's what I'm talking about. Pops, what is up, Pops? I couldn't do it. I couldn't watch a new Crow. Catwoman is laughably bad because Halle Berry is the only black person in Gotham. I wonder who that cat girl could be. I fell asleep in the internals. Well, we are definitely going to go over the worst of the worst. Chris Persia, the Wrench of Wrenches, is here in the chat. What is up, brother? He is responsible for this gloriously awesome thumbnail we got tonight. Thank you very much, bro. And he did it on short notice, too. Thank you very much. I should have been like, dude, this is what we're going to do. And God help me, I get so carried away with everything. I don't think about it sometimes. Snorted Poopus Cuber, my favorite polar bear on YouTube, says, hello, humans and other critters. I wonder if he growls when he says that. Does anybody know? Does anybody know Snorty? Has anybody heard him talk? Let me know. Does he growl when he says that? We'll have to ask him one day. Putin's cat, does Popeye count? I guess he could. You can count Popeye. Popeye was a comic, right?
Yeah.
He's strong to the finish.
Because he eats his spinach. Henry Gambles, what is up? Pops, you're not missing out. I saw the new Crow, and it's a disgrace to Brandon and the original film, even worse than the trailers present. Oh, yeah, I know. I heard all about it, and all the little things they did, how they basically made them like addicts. That goes big time against what the original creator wanted. I can't believe they would do that. But they don't care. They only care about their own shit. They don't care about originality or any of that. They just don't care. Brandon, the anime guy, says, holy crap. I don't know what you're saying. Holy crap. Was that for the intro? I love doing intros, man. I love making intros. And that one was fun. Absolutely fun to do. I had a lot of fun putting the music together and putting the videos together. Out driving at the moment, just going to listen. Listen away, brother. Listen away. Good to have you here, Brandon. Claude Sailing. What is up, Claude? The man, the myth, the legend, Claude Sailing. What is going on, brother? And I think that's it for now. I don't think I missed anybody. All right, let's get into this. So I'm going to start because Mark stole my damn one from last time. And that is The Crow. Everything The Crow after the original Brandon Lee movie. So any sequel they made, we're talking City of Angels, we're talking about Salvation. I can't even remember what the name of the fourth movie was. It was so bad with Edward Furlong. And then this last movie was just junk. So I absolutely cannot stand it. If you're going to do it, you need to do it right. It needs to be the right tone. It needs to be the right cast. It needs to be the right people. Do I think that Skarsgård could do the role? Yeah. The problem is that they had it all messed up and screwed up, and the whole thing sucks. I think they got the wrong. Oh God, what's her name? The chick with like that's bald that plays his fiance. Yeah. Anyway.
Don't worry. I haven't paid any attention.
So yeah, they miscast. They screwed up the story. They twisted it all up, made it all weird, and no, the original was so much better with Brandon Lee. And it's not exactly like the comics, but it had the spirit and the soul and what it needed to be badass and kick ass. And that's what matters. Squeaka Mouse, Squeaka, what is up with the $20 super chat? She says, happy Wednesday. Thank you all for keeping me company and teaching me about comics while I paperwork. No problem. Thank you for being here. Squeaka is an absolute sweetheart. Thank you so very much for being here and for listening while we do our stuff. Do I have a comic book skull? Do I have a comic book skull? Yes, I do. Here you go, Squeaka, just for you. And it's like, some toxic femininity in there too. Skull!
Attention!
I used to have a Batman skull. I don't know what happened to that. I know we had that for the DC fandom event, but I don't know what the heck happened to it after that. Punk Waddle, what's up? He says, howdy everybody. The positively positive penguin. PPP. Positively positive penguin. I like that. The positive. Hello everybody. This is your favorite penguin, Sheriff Punk Waddle, the positively positive penguin. Holy crap, dude! It's good to see you. It is good to see you. But yeah, everything they did The Crow after the original Brandon Lee movie. So that's my hit right off the bat. That's probably my most hated one. It's one I hate the most. It might not be the worst one, but those are the ones I hate the most. So, and yeah, I hate's a strong word, but dude, they didn't have to make any more of those movies. And they definitely didn't have to make them when they were going direct to DVD. And they definitely didn't have to make this last movie that made less than $10 million in the box office before it got swept off to the streaming services to die a lonely death with no one watching it. Squeaka is the best mouse, no matter what I or anyone else says about any other mouse. Yes, absolutely. Mark.
All right, I'm gonna give everybody a chance, and I'm gonna go with an obscure one from 1978. It was a made-for-TV movie of about Doctor Strange, and if you've ever seen it, it is horrible. David Hooton plays Doctor Strange. He looks like the bastard love child of Colin Baker and David Hasselhoff with the extreme softcore. Can we say the P word on the softcore prawn look? And the movie even feels like it should have been an adult movie, from all the leisure suits and the way Clea is dressed in the movie. It's rough, really rough. It's, if you haven't watched it, do yourself a favor and pull it up. I think it's on YouTube. You can pull it up and watch it. You can pull it up and watch it. It's bad, real bad.
It's bad.
I liked it. I like the music actually.
Yeah, well, that might have been the only good thing about it.
Yeah, it has some interesting music. Kind of reminds me of some of the music that played. Had like a little kaleidoscope kind of deal when he was using magic or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the music kind of reminds me of the Doctor Who theme. It had like a ooh, like it was freaked out, man. It was the late 70s.
Yeah.
So they didn't do like the 70s music where it's like, Strange, he's one bad wizard. Strange. They didn't do that or nothing?
No, it was something a little different. But it was cool though. I like the music. And then they had that chick. She played what's her face? I forgot the character's name already. But I don't know, man. It was.
You talking about Clea? I mean, or I forgot. I'm trying to remember who all the. It's been.
Was it Morgana?
No, Morgana was in it too. She was one of the villains. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. It was Morgana. Now that you say it, it's been it's been about 6 or 7 years since I've watched that movie.
Yeah, for me, it's been about 4. But I mean, when I think about the old Doctor Strange, I think about the old Captain America, the dude with the helmet,
the motorcycle helmet instead of
I like that
brown version.
Yeah, actually, he was a pretty big dude, man. I seen him on an episode of Three's Company. And he fucking picked up Jack. I was like, oh shit, he was fucking swole as hell. Yeah, he showed up in one episode.
He was like,
now go ahead.
Go ahead, Classic.
No. Go ahead. I was just saying.
I was just gonna say, he was a big kind of beefy jock type guy.
Yeah, it looked like he was in quite a bit.
He was in a pretty good movie. God, what was the name of it? I forget. It was like one of those Vietnam War movies where a bunch of guys, they're like veterans, and they get together to go back into Vietnam and like find some prisoners of war and bring them back. God,
I
what
think
was
I
the name
seen
of
that. I think I seen that movie. Now that you
it? Yeah,
say that, I recall him being in a war picture. Yeah, that they went back for the POWs and he was fucking throwing people. Yeah, he was something else, man. What's his last name? Brown,
yeah.
that the actor.
Red, yeah, Reb Brown. This is
Yup, Red Brown. Yup.
Snort of Pupa's
uncommon. Yeah,
Uncommon
Snortopoopas has it.
Valor. Yeah.
Uncommon Valor. That's it.
So for Putin's cat, really quick, because he says Howard the Duck. I tried to watch it, but it was so terrible. I actually love this movie, but I put this in like the "it's so bad it's good" category. So because it's so bad, it's good. Plus, Leah Thompson is an
Yes.
absolute smoke show in this movie. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah. But I can totally see where you're coming from, Putin's cat, and I know a lot of people absolutely hate Howard the Duck. 24. What do you got, brother?
On what? On what? Howard the Duck.
No, just on a worst comic book movie you've ever seen. You don't have to pick like the very worst, but just bad comic book movie. Whatever you want to throw out, throw out.
Holy shit.
Maybe I'll put it on the side. You also see a naked duck in that movie too. And then not Howard. You see a naked female duck. I don't know how they got away with that, but they did.
Yeah, I remember that. Actually, Howard the Duck. Ooh, that would have to be. Let me see. Was there anything worse? Actually, honestly, now that you mention it,
Couldn't save Howard the Duck.
I'll be watching like Tubi TV, and they have like a bunch of Thor movies on there, and it's like Thor with the cape and the hammer, and them shits are atrocious, man. I don't know if you guys ever seen any of those, man. Those are fucking horrible.
Yeah,
Besides that, yeah. Let me see the Hulk meets Daredevil with Lou Ferrigno. That shit wasn't that good either, man.
Dude, I really like that. The Trial of the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah,
I like that, but
Yeah.
you've got John Rhys Davies as Fisk, which I liked. I did. I really liked it. He was creepy and maniacal. The guy that played Daredevil wasn't, anything to write home about, but
no, he wasn't that good. It looked like
I
he
don't
had his
know.
face
Rex Smith.
just wrapped up. Yeah, I think it is Rex Smith.
That was like holy crap, they're doing TV crossovers. Because they did that with Thor too.
Yeah, I like
Thor.
the one with Thor. It wasn't that good, but it was that Dr. Donald Blake. So I appreciate that. I was hoping that he would have popped
Bring
up
out
in
your
the
troll banner. Oh, bring out your troll. Oh my god. Putin's cat says Masters of the Universe.
Well, I don't know, man. The whole thing, the thing I didn't like about that was what they ended up in fucking New York. Like I was like, that's during the time everybody went to New York.
They were in California.
Oh, I could have swore they were going down alleys and shit like it was New York. I was like, I don't know, man.
Oh, that was some town in California. That was
back in
yeah.
I don't know, back in the day, California, New York, they all looked the same back in the fucking 70s and 80s.
Putin's cat, bro. I love the Guyver. I love the Guyver. I like the Guyver, the second Guyver movie, Dark Frontier, whatever it was called. I like that more than I like the first one because it's got David Hayter in it playing the Guyver. He played Solid Snake in Metal Gear. So, and a bunch of people probably think that's a shitty ass B movie. It's cool to see and hear that voice and be like, damn, it's not Solid Snake. It's like the one movie he did. Oh my god. Classic. What do you got, bro?
Okay. Well, let me start by saying that I'm pretty much in the tank for these kind of movies, and generally, even if they're not that good, I'll still like them. I'll still watch them and enjoy them. There aren't many that I think are really awful. Now, having said that, that Fan Four Stick movie that came out back in 2015
Oh
or whenever
yeah,
it was, that movie is just awful. That movie's
absolute
a
trash.
mess. It's a piece of crap that should never have been made.
I agree with that.
It's dark, dreary, and honestly, I think most of the cast, aside from Penn Teller or whatever his name is, they're miscast. And yeah, it's just Doom is awful. It's a mess.
Well, I
There's no
remember
saving that movie.
when they brought in Michael P. Jordan and they said that was just going to make the movie great, and I was like, how's that going to make the movie great? I mean, if you want to go that route, go that route, but you can't say, oh, this is going to be like the best superhero movie you've ever seen because it has Michael B. Jordan in it.
Mhm.
No.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I
Well,
mean,
the
I guess
funny thing is going in. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, go for it. I'll say what I say afterwards.
Okay. Okay. Well, I was going to say was, because kind of going into it, that was like one of the sticking points. But honestly, after watching the movie and coming out, it was like him being Torch wasn't even a big deal. There were so many problems with that movie. And he's not bad in the role. He's fine as Johnny. It's just that movie. I mean, Doom is awful. The guy that got his torch is wrong, or is not his torch, as the Thing. I forget his name. He's all wrong as Ben Grimm. Yeah, it's just.
Who did it better, Michael B. Jordan or Chris Evans?
Oh, Chris
I have
Evans.
to
Well,
go with
I
Chris.
think I'd have to go with Chris Evans myself.
Yeah.
Is that why you think they brought him back for Deadpool?
I mean,
Holy shit.
out of what we've seen, he was actually the best Johnny Storm out of what we've gotten from especially like when you
Mhm.
look at the first Fantastic Four movie, and I'm not talking about the Jessica Alba. I'm talking about the
Talking about Roger Corman's movie, or
yeah. So when you take him and then you look at Chris Evans and then you look at Michael B. Jordan, of course, man, Chris Evans, man, he wins out.
And what's up, ZBR?
Yeah, well,
Welcome. Psychodorp
that movie
9.
any day.
Hail,
What's
brother.
up?
Good to see you. And a shout out, guys, to Pat S., who's getting hit by a hurricane right now. So I
Oh
talked to
wow,
him this
yeah.
morning. But hopefully you're doing well, Pat. I don't know if you're listening or not, but I hope you get through it real quick, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Hope he gets through that. That's
I think
devastating.
I think he'll be all right. This isn't a Katrina level thing. This is more of a glorified rainstorm, is what it is, with a little bit of wind.
And Penny, good evening, Penny. She gives hugs to me, Mark 24, and Classic Comics. Thank you so much,
Appreciate
Penny.
you.
It is good to
Yeah,
see
thank
you.
you, Penny.
Thanks, Penny.
Okay, so let's see. What do we
Yeah,
got?
hello,
Let me ask you
Penny.
this: what did y'all think about the 1974 Wonder Woman with Kathy Lee Crosby?
I remember bits and pieces of it as a kid, but I never truly watched it as an adult.
Yeah,
Wasn't that the one? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, I've never. I was gonna say, yeah, I vaguely remember it, but I don't remember enough to really judge how good it was or bad. It probably wasn't very good, but I just kind of vaguely remember it.
Is that the one
Yeah,
where
I
she
mean,
had the sidekick that was like her teenage sidekick or something, like her version of Robin? Or am I thinking of a different version of Wonder Woman?
yeah, you're thinking about another one. She was running
Yeah, that
around by
was Linda
herself.
Carter.
Yeah, that was Linda Carter.
I thought
Yeah,
I thought it was
yeah, Linda Carter
somebody else.
had Wonder Girl in it,
Yeah,
Okay,
Wonder Girl.
okay,
Yeah,
played by Deborah Winger.
ah,
yeah, exactly.
okay.
Yep. Sure know you're Wonder Woman.
All right, so let's see here. I'm trying to find the exact one. I think that's it. So there were a couple before, and one of them's not even on this list. Okay, so there was a couple before the 2011 one. Let me show this real quick, and you guys will get where I'm going. This is Captain America. This is the very first Captain America movie, and it is absolutely positively
This
horrible. This
I mean, those. I mean, but
Is that the
but
one
wasn't
Eric
those
uh,
serials though?
It's a cereal, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
yeah. They had serials of all kind. You know what? Matter of fact, they had serials like on Captain America, Captain Marvel. They had yeah, they had matter of fact,
Batman
CC
was
Beck. Yep, they had Batman, the Superman. CC Beck,
Mhm.
the creator of Captain Marvel Shazam, had a few of his superheroes with serials. I had no idea that
Mm-hmm.
there was a lot of superhero uh characters with their own serials, man. It was blew me away.
oh look, you can get this on
Uh,
Blu-ray now. High definition widescreen, enhanced with rubber floaty shield. This
Well,
was bad.
at least it wasn't the shield that you could see through. From
Yeah,
the set.
that's true.
That was
So
and he
I
attached it to the front of his motorcycle.
I had this poster hanging up in my bedroom before the movie came out, and it said it coming spring to theaters everywhere. This movie never made it to theaters. It went straight to DVD, and it went straight to DVD because
I
honestly,
remember seeing a trailer for it.
this was like so bad. And the Red Skull was this Italian kid that played the piano, and it was just bad. It was
that a Roger-
bad.
Was that Roger Corman doing that one, or was that actually a studio that did it?
Yeah, it was a studio.
It was a studio.
Oh, okay.
I think that was Golan Globus, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah. And I mean, if you look at the writers, Joe
Golan Globus or
Simone, Jack
Cannon movie,
Kirby,
one of those.
who rewrote this stuff because they wouldn't have done that. So somebody had to come in and like rewrite whatever they wrote and change it.
You know,
'Cause I
actually,
doubt
he
they
has the
wrote
most.
that story.
You know, he has the most comic book accurate suit out of all of them, though.
True.
That is true, but it is not the most comic book accurate story. It is one of the least comic book accurate stories. So that's my second pick. I'm going with Captain America. Mark, what do you got?
Oh, let's take a little journey back to the early '90s, and the Punisher, a story that only
Dolph Lundgren.
yes, oh yes, Dolph Lundgren. This
Ooh.
a movie that the title of the movie was the only thing that had anything in common with the comic book character itself because he never wore the skull T-shirt to begin with, and of course,
No.
I mean, the Punisher was not from Russia either, or is he from Ukraine? I forget where Dolph Lundgren's from, but the accent still carried over pretty bad. And hearing
He barely
hearing-
talked. He only
It
had
was.
like 5 lines in the entire movie.
Yeah, I mean, it was really bad. And the first time I saw it was when it was on, I think it was on HBO or Cinemax in the mid '90s, and I was at a party drunk, and I was like, "What the hell?" They had it played on TV, and we all laughed at it. So, don't remember much of it, but I remember his parts, and it was pretty bad. It had nothing to do with the comic itself.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad, but
I
saw it when I was
I
a
would
kid.
defend it a little.
Go ahead, Classic.
I was
think
going to
we're
say
on a
I'll
little bit of a
defend it
delay,
a little,
sorry.
in that I think it's actually a. Yeah, I think my audio's delayed or something. I'm not sure what's going on, but it's actually, I think it's a decent sort of low budget '80s action flick. It's just not a good Punisher movie because, like Mark says, he's not really the Punisher, not the Frank Castle character.
No. That's all I have to add to that. I'll let 24 have some fun now.
Nah, it was just I was just thinking about one of the lines he had. He was like, "I would fuck you up." I was like, "All right."
New World Entertainment, The Punisher.
They come out in the 80s or the not early 90s?
Ooh, that's a good question.
1989.
It was like late 80s, like
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, bad.
Oh, he looks like Rambo. Do, 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 do.
It's like it's kind of like Samurai Cop got a budget.
I didn't know Lou Gossett Jr. I didn't remember that. So Lou Gossett Jr.'s in this? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he needed the money then. That's all it was. He was doing those between movies, between big movies, and he needed a little bit of cash getting to the next movie.
All right.
Holy shit.
24.
What's up? What?
Oh, sorry. I was like, I know that guy. Yeah, I do know him. He's in a bunch of movies. Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to go down a rabbit hole here while I'm looking up movies.
Nah, you good. I don't know. I'm just trying to think, what else have we seen that was just really like terrible?
You want me to give you one? You want me to give you one to tear it down? I will. I'll give you a free one.
Come on, let's
Green
let's hear
Lantern.
it.
Green Lantern, go for it.
Oh wow. Well, you know what? Actually, Mark Strong was fucking awesome as Sinestro.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Sinestro was not
He was,
bad.
yeah, he was actually, yeah. I don't think they'll even come with a Sinestro. Well, I mean, fuck. Jonah Hex was bad.
Jonah
Yeah.
Hex, that was going to be my next suggestion. Thank you for bringing that up, Clive.
I didn't steal it.
I mean, the thing is, and the crazy part was Josh Brolin was actually a fucking good Jonah Hex. It was just when they came with that supernatural, like I could talk to the dead or see the dead bullshit. That's when I checked out, man. I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, if they would have just made a straight Western, it would have been great.
They didn't know.
I know, man. I know.
Jonah Hex was bad. I'm surprised no one's brought up like recent day Marvel. No one said anything.
I got one, but it's not super recent because Dark Phoenix Saga sucked. I mean, Dark Phoenix sucked. That was a horrible movie.
Dark Phoenix sucked.
Oh yeah, that was terrible.
Just as bad as what was the third X-Men movie called?
United.
No, the third one, the one where Jean Grey goes crazy and
the one with
Last
Juggernaut.
Stand.
Last
Stand,
Stand.
wasn't it?
Last Stand. Thank you.
Yeah, Last Stand.
Last Stand. Because
Last Stand,
it's
yeah.
just as bad as that. So they kill Scott in the very beginning of the movie. She kills Professor X. I don't give a shit if Moira comes in at the very end after the credits and is like, Charles. I don't care. It's still a crap movie.
Yep. But Dark
Just
Phoenix
as bad
worse.
as Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix was worse. Had nothing to do with the story whatsoever, except for the name, like the Punisher, like the title.
Well, neither did Okay, they leave you at the end of X2 with that scene of the Phoenix under the water, and they get you all excited, thinking, "Oh wow, we're gonna do this," and then they completely bungle it.
Well, who was it that directed the third X-Men movie? Was it?
It was Bryan Singer, but through a third party because he was in trouble and they couldn't have him on there. So basically, they used
I think it was Brett Ratner who directed it.
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know if it was him or the King of Explosions himself.
The Transformer guy, Michael Bay.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't remember who it was. Oh, but there have
That
been
was
plenty of
also
bad.
when that girl was in all the movies.
Yeah, there have been plenty of bad X-Men movies. It's sad to say, with so much history, just like with so much they could do with them without having to actually go into the major stories. I mean, there's plenty of story to tell about the X-Men, but they won't touch certain things. That would be a little bit easier to make than, say, Dark Phoenix or any of the bigger storylines from the 70s and early 80s.
Putin scat. I want to move my consciousness into my earlier self. X3 was the worst. Kronos. Bringing it down with the X3 was the worst. Classic. What do you got, brother?
Okay. I'll go with The Spirit. That was
Oh
released
shit,
in
Oh,
Billy
2008. It
Zane.
was directed by Frank Miller.
You that
yeah,
movie
with the
actually,
octopus.
Yeah, that movie was yeah, with Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah, that movie is awful. It is just total crap.
that was the movie that got
Um
the promos for that movie were
they should never have let Frank Miller direct.
true, true. But the
Yeah, because I
promos
was
for
right
that
after
movie
Sin
looked.
City.
I'm sorry. I keep on jumping on people. Go ahead, 24. My bad.
No, I was saying that was right after Sin City. So when Sin City dropped, you had this whole noir kind of thing going on, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden the Spirit comes out,
Mm.
and the Spirit's are actually good character.
Well, the thing with
Yeah.
that one was I saw the promos at the movie theater, and the promos looked really good for it. And then when I saw it, yeah, I get what you say about Classic in 24. It was a total letdown.
James Hurley says Punisher 2004 was underrated. I liked the Thomas Jane Punisher movie. I do. I love the end of it. I absolutely love the end of it when he's got John Travolta on the ground. He's like, I made you kill your best friend. Throws a picture down. He's like, I made you kill your wife. And I mean, that's like the ultimate, like, I didn't even have to do it myself. I could have all these different times. I could have done it myself. Easy. But I made you do it. It's just like, damn. That's what I'm talking about. You want revenge? You want revenge of the guy who did all this nasty, evil crap to you? Throw all that down in front of him and be like, look what I made you do. I love that. I love the end of that movie. Sin City 2 was bad. Okay, here's the saving grace of Sin City 2. Even though I agree with you, it's a bad movie. Eva Green is an absolute smoke show in that movie. So you see Eva Green with those eyes and that blue dress, and you're like, and she's evil. She's one of those evil women, you know. She's one of those evil, maniacal women, but damn, is she nice to look at. The Punisher Dirty Laundry short film was great. I liked it too. The Shadow knows, but that was a radio drama before it was a comic, wasn't it?
I thought it was a comic first.
Yeah, it was.
It was a comic first?
No. It was no, it was a radio show first, then it was a pulp magazine, and and then it became kind of a comic later.
Well, we can count it anyway. Shadow.
You're probably thinking of the Phantom, is because the Phantom was a comic before it was a serial, and then of course it became a
Yeah,
movie in the 90s or the
Yeah.
early 2000s,
yeah,
which
The
was a terrible
Shadow
movie.
knows.
yeah, the ghost that walks.
Hmm.
So, just got to Pancho Villa's. Nice. Enjoy your Mexican food. Penny. Enjoy your Mexican food. Man, I gotta find a good place. I make my own enchiladas and stuff, but I gotta find a good place to get some good Mexican food around here. What year was The Shadow on radio? The 40s? I think so.
Oh yeah, maybe even been the late 30s.
He
Yeah.
actually started in the 30s.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it started in the 30s, crawled into the 40s, and then became a comic book. Jessica Alba is a total babe in those movies.
Okay, I got a bone to pick with somebody before we go on. Josh.
Yep.
Kiss my ass, Josh. Okay, I'm done.
Marcus so old he remembers The Shadow on radio. Yep.
Ooh, thank you, Josh. Appreciate it. I'm not that old. I'm old, but not that old.
That's why he's so angry. Mark definitely has the "get off my lawn" vibe.
Oh no. Yeah. Well, maybe in another 20 years I'll be that way, sitting on the front porch with rocks throwing at kids. Yeah, boy.
Okay, last round. What am I doing here? I know I had one. I did Captain America. I did The Crow. Man, I know there was another one I was thinking of. Yeah, Superman: The Quest for Peace is absolutely awful.
Damn it.
Oh, was that it? Okay,
Damn
great.
you,
Superman for The Quest for Peace. Even though it has the greatest Superman in it of all time. Thank you. I destroyed Mark. That was my mission today, was to take all of Mark's good picks because he took my favorite movie the
Damn
last time.
Now I got to
yeah.
scramble. No, I have to scramble for one.
If you ever come to Tucson, I'll take you to Guadalajara Grill. Same place I took Mim. They make fresh salsa at your table. Holy shit, really? Heck yeah, dude. I love that. Awesome. Heck yeah. I know at some point we'll be out that way at some point. So I will take you up on that. All right. Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. I am Nuclear Man. I sound like Lex Luthor, but look like Superman. No, you don't.
You know,
I have
you know.
unmanicured nails. Yes, you do. Go ahead, 24.
No, I was thinking like, if I'm not mistaken, about maybe 2 years ago they made Nuclear Man fucking canon in comics.
I thought they had done that already.
Yeah,
Nah,
he
that was
appeared.
they
No.
yeah,
Wasn't
he's
he in oh, what's that? Is it Batman versus Superman? Not the WB movie, but the anime. What was that? Batman Superman Public Enemy? Was that it? It's one of them where they have Nuclear Man and they have the other one.
well, I mean,
I'll
they
have to
made him
look it up.
Captain
canon
Adam,
comics.
is that what you're thinking of?
Captain Adam. Who's the red guy? There was Captain Adam, he's blue. And then there was the red guy, and he was the one who was the bad guy. He was the one that was going to kill Power Girl. I don't remember. Maybe he was Nuclear Man. I don't know. I have to look up the characters on it.
No, I'm talking about Nuclear Man from Superman 4. They finally made him into an actual comic book character. You know, they put him in comics now, so he's a part of DC canon as far as the comic books go.
Yeah. Yeah, he was during the Bendis run.
Hey, Bob, what's up?
That's who it was. Brian Michael Bendis, that mother.
It was dumb though, because they introduced him and then just killed him like at one page later. It was like, what was the point of that? Why did you even bother?
Mark, since I stole your
Oh, I got one, asshole. We're gonna stay with Superman, which is not he's not playing Superman, but still starring Shaquille O'Neal.
oh,
Oh, Steel.
Oh, that was a terrible movie. Terrible, terrible movie.
why didn't they put the
And,
S on his chest? It's the same character. He's playing
true.
the exact same character. So why not just put the S on his chest?
True. I mean, he had the look. I'll give Shaq that. He had the look, and he's a fan of Superman, but Shaq can't act. I mean, well, a little, but not much. And I just think it was completely out of place, and they did it just for him.
Well,
I try to
hell,
forget that movie.
he's got what, 4 sentences in, was it Blue? It's not Blue Streak, Blue Chips. Is that what it was called? Blue Chips, the basketball movie.
Blue chips, yeah.
Blue
Yeah,
Chips, yeah.
that
Because
was
they
him
go
and
and
Nick
recruit
Nolte,
him, and
right?
he's like, "If I come and play basketball for you, can I go to school?" And he's like, "Yeah, we'll put you to school right away." And you go, "Oh, okay." And that's it. It's like it. Holy shit! Shaq can go to school if I play basketball. Yes, Shaq can go to school. All
But I mean,
right.
you don't give the man a script and he's funny as hell. You give him a script and well, it's still funny, but in a sad way.
24/7. What do you got, bro? Last one.
Holy smokes. Um, ooh. Um, ugh, that's a tough one, man. Hmm.
DBR says Batman and Robin is a strong contender for the worst superhero movie of all time. But I have to agree with you guys that The Quest for Peace is perhaps the worst superhero movie of all time. I don't know. At least Batman and Robin, you could laugh at Mr. Freeze. That is why he is in there conducting the music, because that's the only redeeming quality about that entire movie was Arnold. Like, it's going to be a cold day in Gotham.
Uh,
Was
and,
that was funny as
and
shit.
don't forget the bat nipples. You can never forget the bat nipples.
Right. Or the back credit card. Never leave home without it.
Well, Drive Through was in Batman Forever.
Hey,
Master Bruce, would you like something for the road? I'll get Drive Through, Alfred. Motherfucker.
let me ask you this: was Dragon Ball Z a manga before it was a movie?
Dragon Ball was manga before it was. I think they were both.
Yes.
Dragon Ball started it all, and then Dragon Ball Z was the manga after before the show.
And then they had
All right.
more stuff.
Let's say for Japanese movies, we'll throw in Dragon Ball Z.
The movies or the TV show?
The movie.
Oh, okay. Oh, that piece of
Yeah.
crap. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
had to dig that up. Yeah, that was terrible.
I forgot they did a live action Dragon Ball movie.
Oh,
It's like live action Dead or Alive. You don't do that. Live action.
Oh, I would rather
Street
watch
Fighter.
that with. I'd rather watch that with Jamie Presley. I'd rather watch that than the fucking Dragon Ball Z.
I rented Batman and Robin for $5. I felt cheated. You were cheated. It's not worth $5. It wasn't worth going to the theater for. It wasn't worth paying George Clooney to do it. Obviously. So. And I never liked Chris. What's his name? The kid who played Robin.
Oh,
Chris
Chris
O'Donnell.
O'Donnell.
Chris O'Donnell. I never liked him. That's the one thing that prevents me from like going back and watching like Three Musketeers and shit like that is him.
So I guess wasn't he in one of what was Star Trek First Contact, and he died in the first few minutes of it? Was that Chris O'Donnell or was that somebody else?
No, that
playing the
was
helm?
Thor.
That's Neil McDonough.
Oh, okay. No, in Star Trek First Contact.
Oh, First Contact.
Yeah,
no, I
First
thought you were
Contact,
talking about the JJ movie.
No.
It's Neil McDonough in First Contact.
Kronos likes Transformers the movie. I agree. I absolutely agree. Okay, so classic. Shoot.
Okay. Now I'll say that there are superhero movies that are objectively worse than my choice. Like
Okay.
I don't know, Jonah Hex or Barbed Wire or Morbius or uh, Condor Man for that matter.
Condor Man.
But my choice, my, my choice is Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice. For the
Wow.
budget that movie had everything going for it. It had a fantastic cast. It had a huge budget. All the resources he could have had. That could have been one of the greatest superhero movies ever made. And that movie for the most part, is a dull, boring slog to sit through. And that's setting aside how the two main heroes are characterized in the movie, which I do not like. Batman is just this raging a-hole for no particular reason.
Do you bleed?
Well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, he has reasons. I just don't think they make sense. And Superman is a moron. And then there's all the other stuff that gets shoehorned in that just kind of bogs down the movie. There's what's his face playing Lex Luthor. He's not right for it.
Oh,
And yeah, I just Jesse Eisenberg, yeah, that's it. And yeah, I've never been able to sit through that. I saw it the first time in the theater, and I think I went back and I saw the extended version when they did that, but I've never been able. I think I've got it on video, and I've never sat down and watched that video. I can't sit through it.
So I take it you never watched the director's cut either.
No.
Why did you say that name? Martha!
Yeah,
Martha!
that whole thing is just, God.
Why did you say that name? She's gonna die. Who? Martha! Why did you say that name? Could you see him just going, oh, because she's in trouble. Who's in trouble? Martha! Why did you say that name? And round and round and round we go. Now, where it stops, nobody knows, because that at some point, and this was before anything bad happened. I'm not gonna bust the guy's balls for what happened with this kid. That's heartbreaking. I would never want to be in that position. God bless him. God bless his family. But this happened before that. What the hell happened? Because I know Tom would be like, he was always a fraud. He was always shit. 300's a great movie. What the hell happened? Was that just everything he had went into that movie and he just tried to copy it?
I mean, Dawn of the Dead was good.
Well, I think yes, Dawn of the Dead is good. I think it's kind of like with Game of Thrones. The people making Game of Thrones, they made a good show as long as they had the script there for them to adapt. But then when they had to start doing their own stuff, they couldn't do it. And I think it's kind of the same thing with Snyder. He did a good job with 300, and I like his Watchmen movie. I think his Watchmen movie is quite good. But he had material there. Yeah, but he had material there that was already done for him, basically. And then for Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman, he had to kind of co-write. He and these other people make it, and yeah, it was a mess.
I don't know. Zack Snyder,
huge
he
wasted
wrote
opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, he wrote Wonder Woman #1.
What do you mean?
The
first
Gal
one?
Gadot. Yeah, the first one.
Oh, he wrote the movie or a comic book?
Well, he co-wrote it, right?
Yeah, he co-wrote it. Yeah, he helped write the script for the first Gal Gadot Wonder Woman movie.
The whole if that was his
Yeah,
third
it's,
act big idea, that sucked.
So
I
this,
don't know.
it says in IMDb, the story was by him and Alan Heinberg and Jason Fuchs. And then Alan Heinberg did the screenplay. So,
Well, they did a better
I mean,
job
he
than
had some
Homegirl.
input, but I would say it was yeah.
You were saying classic, he had some input, but
Yeah.
all right. I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. I'm gonna let my boys speak for themselves. What do you guys got coming up? What's going on? What streams are you doing? Uploads are you doing? Mark, we'll start with you and we'll go around.
I have nothing but something big's coming up in 3 weeks that I can't talk about right now. Other than that, that's pretty much it. No,
20
no streaming. I am done streaming on my channel.
again?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
What happened now? I saw you upload something earlier.
It's kind of rough with work and all that. It's just getting home and being attentive enough to host a stream and all that.
I get that.
It's kind of rough on that, especially going to work at 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning.
I can understand that. 24, what do you got coming up, brother?
Shit, just making videos. That's about it so far. Until other things get a little bit better. That's just where I'm at. But just wanted to tell everybody thank y'all for checking out my videos, showing me love on that tip. I'm doing better now than I've done out of the whole entirety of my channel's existence, with people watching and viewing and it couldn't have been possible without everybody that checks it out. So I just want to tell everybody thank y'all. I appreciate y'all, and hopefully I continue to keep growing. So it couldn't happen without y'all, and I appreciate y'all for it.
Like, yeah, classic. You've been knocking down doors left and right. What do you got coming up?
Well, I'm working on a couple of other, AI trailers to do on my channel, but it's taken a while. I've just been really busy lately. I'm actually with my National Guard unit this weekend, so I probably won't have anything new out until next week at the soonest.
All right. Well, good luck and stay safe and keep kicking butt. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for being here tonight. Thank you for hanging out with us while we talk crappy comic book movies. Holy crap. But you guys are absolutely excellent. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. And we will be back tomorrow for a Thirsty Thursday. Have a great evening, everybody.
Peace.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.